Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's live. We've got some fun music playing. I feel like I need to do that more often. We need to have more fun music and like switch it up more often because that was a blast. Us in the background here, we were just like fist pumping. We're so excited. Today's a big day. Today's a big day. Big update coming. So if you're with us right now in game, I wasn't going to put a portal initially because the game will be down very shortly, if not already. Let me check. I think it's still up. I think it's still, oh no, 10 minutes. There you go. So, but the crowd that had gathered around the fountain. So I did put a portal to the theater. There is a small energy booster in the theater until the game is down in 5-10 minutes. So today, really, really exciting. We're going to do a lot. We're gonna talk about OtherSpeck, the update that is coming today. We have a special guest with us, Tyler. If you hang around in the community, you will have seen his face from time to time. He we're so lucky to have him today hop on and talk about OtherSpeck. We're gonna show you OtherSpeck. We're gonna go through it a little bit. So I highly recommend you live stream us from YouTube itself this week specifically so that you don't get cut off when the game updates, and keep it farmer friendly, but throw any questions you might have in the YouTube live chat. We're always paying attention to them. And with that, I will bring up not only Luke, but we have Tyler today as well.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining today. Yeah, really big day, super excited. We've been working on this for a long time, and yeah, there might be some stuff in the back end. It's a startup, so you have to expect some stuff going on, and we'll let you guys know what's going on with everything. But yeah, we have something really big planned. It is 99% releasing today, but there might be a chance it doesn't. We'll let you guys know. Some last minute stuff that just is popping up. But yeah, this is something that we've been working on for a long time. We've had it like kind of in the backlog, waiting to release. And yeah, now we have this like super sweet promotion. So the point of this is, one, we want to kind of experiment with like 2 to 3 different things. The first is we really want to push this concept of interoperability. We were really early to the concept of interoperability. And what interoperability is I think it's the coolest thing in Web3. It basically means that we can read assets from the blockchain and use them in our game in really interesting and creative ways. The avatars in game are the really like most simple way to show people what interoperability is. You can connect your MetaMask, we read your wallet, we see what NFTs that you own, and we let you actually use them as your avatars in the game. Now we're going to start to experiment with interoperability in even deeper forms. So this means interoperability with maybe virtual land, with lore, with narrative, all of this kind of stuff. And we really want to see what this is able to do, and if we can push Web3 in a little bit of a way and leave our mark in this way. So very excited to experience and like show you guys what that looks like. And then 2, what we want to experiment with is, this is actually the first time that we're introducing our own prize pool. So this one's big too. We have some really awesome prizes. We'll dig into what they're going to be sometime in this AMA. But this is probably the biggest prize pool we've done. This is going to be the biggest prize pool that people have seen in Web3 for a little bit as well too. So we have some really awesome stuff that we had planned to give away. I think we've been leaking and like kind of hinting towards some of it, but
Oh no, not again.
As we continue to do this promotion over the next couple of days as well. So
you're cutting out a little bit.
Am I?
It was like at the perfect moment of you just starting to talk about the prize pool.
Bummer. Okay, well, yeah, these prize pools are good, is what I'll say. These prize pools are very exciting. It's the first time that we've offered our own prize pool, and we want to kind of experiment with a few things with this. Like one, I
have nothing to do with this, guys. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see? I can see you guys just fine.
Froze again. When I start laughing, that means you cut out.
You stop laughing, Heidi? Yeah. Well, I'll shut up in like a minute anyways, and I'll let them take the rest of this away. But yeah, we want to experiment with our customer acquisition costs through this. So the prize pool is a good way for us to kind of experiment with, okay, if we are offered this amount of prize pool, like what kind of user draw can we bring? What kind of new users can we bring? And what does that actually do for the game? And this is really helpful information for us to learn when we release the pixel token, because it kind of gives us a good idea of, okay, these are the incentive structures that we can create. This is exactly what we can do with the token that we have released. So this is really good experimentation for us moving into that. And then, yeah, the third thing is this is a really new, exciting game loop. We're experimenting with different types of gameplay. So this is different than what you guys have seen before, where instead of this being a very grindy game loop, there's kind of like a max amount that you can play today, and the max amount that you can play every day. So instead of you guys having to play for like hours and hours and hours a day, if you want to remain competitive in this game loop, you really only have to give like maybe 30 minutes a day and you can stay at the top of the leaderboards. So we're excited about that too, because this is kind of the direction we want to move into. A bit more casual. I know that some of you guys love to grind and grind and grind. And I will say the grinders, like if you're consistent, that's great, but you don't have to play forever. And then we're also experimenting with like some of the mini games too. So we're excited to get those out and you'll see some of the fun gameplay that we have with that. So all in all, we're really excited about this promotion. Should release today. If it doesn't, we will communicate that it doesn't, but it's ready to go. The whole team's like about to push the button. There just might be one blocker and we'll let you know if that happens. But yeah, if we want to dig in, Tyler, are you ready to share screen? Do you want to take us into the OtherSpeck universe?
Let's do it. Okay, let me sure.
I think we'll probably sneak peek you guys the mini game that is releasing with OtherSpeck, but some of you guys might have already seen a sneak peek, the header title of this live stream itself on YouTube. It had a little sneak peek of the game, and I know some of you guys saw that, which is exciting. If you're on Discord and you go to the Discord event, it'll still be there for you to see. So there's your little sneak peek. Yeah. Go for it.
We can move it on to the screen after you start to share. But yeah, what we want to do right now is we just want to show you what the gameplay looks like for all the hardcore people here right now. You get an advantage watching this live stream, basically, where you're going to get to see exactly what you need to do, how to like get ahead and all of that. And then whoever's watching later will kind of get a small tutorial as well when they're watching this back.
Tyler, do you need me to bring it up or can you do it?
There we go.
Perfect. So, welcome to Terravilla. Some flashy updates here. There's some Easter eggs. You'll see there's some changes and adjustments over here, but the key is the fountain. Barney just dug up the fountain for a short period of time, I believe. Got his hot air balloon going. Put up a little sign here to take you through the video of this OtherSpeck launch. And with a quick click of a button, you can fly to the OtherSpeck, this new experience here. Oh, here. Hello, Heidi. As always, Heidi's always followed me around on the map. So you land here in OtherSpeck into this home room map where most of the gameplay this will be the base of the gameplay. You will be navigating to all sorts of other specs, hence the name, based on 29 environment types from OtherDeed. So I'll just open this up and I will come down to the environments tab down here. So, right, you'll see, oh, I'm not sharing because I only shared that screen. Anyways, you'll open up the OpenSea and you will see 29 different environment types. And each of those environment types are reflected in game here. And there are the 100,000 lands as listed on the OtherDeed NFTs. So here, let's pick a random number and let's navigate to this land. Just quickly show you the lands before I get into the specifics. And as you'll see, there are different unique looking mines similar to the ones that you would see in Pixels, similar specs with different colors, different gates, and a little landing pad and ramp to walk off, which you may or may not see on some specs coming soon.
Yeah, so just to make it clear, what we've done here, guys, is we've recreated all 100,000 OtherDeeds, and we've actually given them utility inside of the game. All of these OtherDeeds now provide resources that you can use and drill with the drills to collect these resources.
Yeah, so the first main character here you'll see is Pixie. You'll want to speak to her to get going. Other characters, Coda down here, who will give you some more details about different things that you want to do. But the core, let's get into the core specific game loop as Luke mentioned. So you'll navigate to the different lands. There'll be different resources that drop from the different lands. So you'll want to talk to the different characters on the different land environment types, and they'll give you a little bit of a detailed description of what resources could be extracted from these mines. So let's give this one a pull, and you will wait here. Come on, come on, come on. So there's the different resources, and there's also different quantities that you could pull. So let's see if I get lucky. 1 deed. So deed it's not the best resource I could have pulled, but I'll show you in a second why it's not the worst in the world, because you can reuse that resource as well. Oh.
What are the chances you went to the same environment?
It was actually the same map.
Really? Wow.
1 in 100,000.
Yeah.
Here, let's do another one. So here, step into jungle. I can get one of these 3 resources. Let's see if I'm lucky. No, I'm not. Anyways, you'll also see that your energy per pull will be will decrease by a certain amount. And unlike pixels, your mine does not get taken away from you and break.
Yeah, and unlike pixels too, if you notice, this takes a lot more energy. Each drill hole takes like 37 energy, I think, right?
It's like 34 or something.
34
and a half, I think. Anyways, you guys will figure it out very quickly.
So let's do one last one here, and then I'll show you a few other things, and then I'll let you explore for yourselves.
Okay. Are you ready? This is going to be good. This is going to be the best poll yet. You're going to get the best things ever live in front of everyone here.
Oh. Okay, I got a 6. I got a 6.
Better than one. Better than
Perfect.
One.
Now you can show them that.
Perfect. Picture. So with all the resource pulls that you're going to do, the main reason that you're pulling all these resources will be to craft these different gems. Actually, we'll call them crystals or whatever we want to call them. I'm not sure what we're calling them. But there's all these different jewels or gems we want to craft, and each of them will have a different amount of other token that you can sell them for at this transaction terminal right here. So the real incentive of the game and the way to get ahead is to try to produce as much other token as possible by strategically visiting the right mines to extract the right resources to allow you to craft the better and better and better. What are we calling them? Crystals?
Gems.
I've been calling
gems.
Like precious materials, and there's so much.
Clearly,
precious. These precious materials to produce these precious materials, you'll want to go and extract the different lands. So some updates have been made to show you the item descriptions in here. We've provided the amount of tokens that you can collect by doing that. So remember, more strategy involved with this one. So look at the different land types and where you could acquire these, and maybe start targeting the different resources that you want for those pulls. So if I really know that I need bones, maybe I should go look up which environments I can go to, look up one of those lands, visit that land, and try to get that pull. With that, so you could start crafting. So let's craft a moonstone. All the different craftings take a minute. You don't need to sit here and wait overnight. We'll get a minute. You can go move quickly. But the real money maker is that diamond. So there might be a few ways to acquire the diamond, mainly through crafting. But
maybe some other ways too.
Exactly. So let's come over here and I produced this garnet earlier today. Sell that. You'll see your other token amount go up. So deed is the only item that is purchasable in this game, which is another interesting mechanic, is you could set yourself back in other to try to get ahead. So you could, let's buy a bunch of these. Let's buy 50 to add to my total here. Let's come upstairs. We love levels. We love going upstairs in pixels. You could take your deed. So this is called the deed. I'm calling it the deed processing machine. So all the NPCs, if you need help, talk to the NPCs. They give you a little bit of details on how the thing that they're closest to works. So with this one, you can basically wager your 6 deed. It'll process, and you have a chance of winning a different resource here. So I lost that time. But should I sell? Oh, you did? Should I sell my deed for one other, or should I wager it here with the chance of, boom, I pulled an iron. Let's keep going. So I could really sit here pulling. It's really fun. I've won a few pretty impressive things here in play testing. Not only resources, you could win some other craftables in here as well. So enjoy this one. New mechanic. There's just a little trash can in here in case you are overloaded with a resource you don't want. Up here, there's a little deed desk, I call it. Similar desk to our desk in the plot, which will allow you to visit the other deed on OpenSea. And a new update that you'll see here, which is also in pixels, is there are specific graphics for the different land types. So you don't know which land you bookmark, space, water, land. How you do. So that's been, I know, a nice polished feature, which people will be happy for. So in OtherSpeck, you'll have 29 bookmarks to also reflect the 29 environment types. That doesn't mean you need to bookmark one of each. Maybe you want to bookmark 29 chaos lands because you're feeling chaos this day. There's also a little charging station here, which you can come use once per day to regain energy. But the main form of energy regen, which we're really excited about, is this mini game right here. We want to show it?
Yeah, why not?
Show it?
Let's do it.
So we've been experimenting with mini games behind the scenes for a while, or not for that long, but this one was one we wanted to get out as part of the OtherSpeck experience. So classic arcade game, classic carnival game, whack-a-mole, where the whack-a-mole, you have that little black hammer and you're smashing. We did a pixel version of it where you can actually see your character. So you'll want to come here, read the guide. And once you click start, you got a minute and 30 seconds to start whacking the So I'm curious to see what the highest number will be. Who can get the most mushrooms in a minute and 30 seconds? So as of now, it's playable once per day. So depending on how many mushrooms you get in that day, those are also consumable for energy. So the better you are at whack-a-mole, or mushroom mash as we're calling it here, the more mind pulls you will get. So here, a new mechanic we're experimenting with. I won't play the whole round unless you guys want to see what I can get, but kind of feeling the pressure right now.
I want to see what you get. Let's go.
The whole time? You want to feel?
Yeah.
Can you talk so I can focus?
Yeah, we can answer some questions people have been asking. How did you guys decide the map for energy?
Secret formulas, algorithms. Ever heard of them? I think the big thing you guys want to know probably is like, what do you do with all the other? Why are you getting other? And what's the whole point of that? And I can talk about that a little bit. So the other is what you're going to be using to buy mystery boxes at the end of this promotion. You won't be able to buy the mystery boxes until the end of the 28-day promotion because we want to remove bots from the game, essentially. So we'll open up a shop in this like beginning area where after the end of the 28-day promotion, you'll be able to use your other to buy these mystery boxes. These mystery boxes are how you're going to get access to the prize pool. So basically, the more other that you earn, the more mystery boxes you'll get, where you can get better mystery boxes and higher chances at the good rewards. The rewards are amazing. We're super excited about them. And yeah, you'll see a ton of stuff in there. And yeah, we'll announce the initial reward pool today, like the top prizes we're going to be doing. I think we might have a chance to add to the reward pool as we go forward as well too.
Okay, good question. So do the Genesis runners work? We need other shoes. Genesis runners do not work because they're not in your inventory because this is a new realm. So when you played like New Cyber, for instance, your inventory changed. So this is a new realm. This is a new part of the universe, right? The other realm. So they do not work.
Yeah, one important thing to note too is this realm is going to stick around after this promotion too. We're probably gonna do some more stuff in here. And there's a partner we're working with that will probably be doing something that's really interesting on top of this too, an NFT mint and some stuff like that as well. So we're super excited about the future and like what that's going to look like. But yeah, we want to kind of keep this in the game and see what this looks like as well too. So we'll have this NFT support, we'll have this integration, and this whole game world available for the start. This is literally just the beginning of it, and it's going to open up a lot more possibilities as well too.
I like the other shoe. They're picking up on the theme here. So when you come to collect your mushrooms, you'll collect your other shrooms, as you'd expect.
Exactly. Yeah.
So here I've got 20. Oh, they're asking questions. So I've got my other shrooms here, right? So I've got 28 of them, which can be consumed for energy as well. They are 35 energy each, but you'll figure this stuff out as you play. So I'm going to collect my moonstone. So I'm going to decide actually to keep my moonstone and shoot for the diamond because, come on, I have to. That's what I'm going for. See how many diamonds I can make during this promotion. So I'm going to store this there in this little storage hut. I'm going to check out the leaderboard. So this leaderboard, I believe, updates every 30 minutes. Look at Heidi just destroying us all here.
I had to film a video. Okay.
This won't be happening. This won't be happening on the main game. It's going to be fierce competition between us. But I'm going to keep my mushrooms here because those I can consume any day and use as I want. And I'm going to go and I'm going to start collecting more from my mines. And when I'm tired of my energy's out from this game, I'll head back to the hot air balloon, head back to Pixels, and continue to play the game that we all love. So I really think you guys are going to enjoy this one. It's a different gameplay.
I think this looks so sick. I'm so excited about this.
My favorite thing about launching these, and when we did tastemakers as well, is like it's been Luke, Heidi, and I walking around this little map, the three of us together for so long. To start to see all of this flooded with people actually makes me so happy. So I can't wait. It's going to be really fun. I'm sure while we're all sitting here pulling the deeds, we're going to have great conversations in chat. So let's make it fun and let's have a good time. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm off to Pixels.
Thanks so much for joining us, Tyler. Thanks for walking us through that.
That was awesome. Let me just see if we've got any specific questions. All right. Okay, let's hop into questions now. Let's see the other spec related ones. Any benefit to own an other deed NFT?
I was gonna have Tyler on stream before we did that. There was a leak I wanted to show you guys with that. It's funny because I told Tyler not to leak it, and I was like, we should leak it. But yeah, we'll have stuff rolling out that gives you benefits to it. And then remember, that's your actual other deed in the game too that you're gonna be able to travel to. It's gonna stay there. So there's potential for us to do more stuff on top of it if this gets good activation, if this is interesting, and if we have the blessing in the future as well too. So yeah, we're kind of pushing what interoperability is about here. We'll see, how things go. We'll see where things end up with all of this. But yeah, our intention is we want to see if we can keep this running, keep this going. We want to have your other deeds available there as well too. And then, yeah, if you have an other deed, you'll probably get things in the game as well, that give you a slight advantage.
Okay, let's see some other questions here. Is this the same industry as mining? No, it does not increase your mining skill. Genesis, we already answered that question. I feel like we already answered so many of your questions as we were going. Do we need to clear out our inventory before we go there? No, you do not. This is just a completely different realm. So it's like if you go to New Cyber right now, you just have a new inventory. Same thing. I know you're talking about this because of what happened when we first did New Cyber, but we were learning, okay? And we've learned, and you do not need to clear your inventory anymore. Different inventory. Okay. Any other questions related to OtherSpeck? Obviously, we'll bring them up if you continue to ask, but before I hop
Chat's so busy.
now, I hold deeds in a different wallet. Will that work somehow?
You can use delegate.cash. If you haven't done that, you can connect delegate.cash. Or if you own any other Yuga assets, for example, I keep my Dave in the hot wallet right now, but it's not going to stay in there very long. And we have some stuff in Gnosis safes or ledgers as well. We use delegate.cash. We have support for that in Pixels as well. If you want to connect that, you can basically add a second wallet to your account that way.
Okay, we just got flooded with a bunch of really good questions about OtherSpeck. Okay, so when does the event start? When does it end? How long will it be up for? So it starts today. As soon as the game is live again, it's down at the moment. As soon as it's live again, you can go. You will see Barney in his hot air balloon. What are you saying?
No, I think we're good to go. Yeah, we should be good to go today. Had to get confirmation.
Right. Yes. You know, there's always really fun little politics things that happen.
This space is hilarious. Yeah, there's always something.
Okay. And it ends in 28 days. So I believe it is October 4th. Right?
Yep.
October 4th. So you have 4 weeks exactly. And I was going to say to grind, but like we said, it's not really it's going to be so interesting. So someone else had a good comment. Going to need a pen and paper to record things. So that's what's really fun about this event is that people are going to start to develop strategies. And I can just see already, I just know people in the community are going to come up with like different graphics of like different recipes or different like lists of land types and all of that and recording all. It's going to be so fun and so interesting to see how this all comes to life. Okay. Someone said, what about awards and what's the prize pool? How much do you want to leak on that?
Let's just leak it. Yeah, so grand prize will be a mutant ape. You can literally win a mutant ape just by playing a game. That's pretty crazy, right?
Should I show them the ape?
I think, yeah, if you guys have been wallet snooping, you guys know which mutant ape that we own already. But yeah, let's just share it.
I can pull it up quickly. 1 sec.
6510.
Hold on, let me share my screen. Share screen. Here we go. There's your beautiful, stunning mutant ape.
Yep. And again, so this is not going to be quite the same as a direct leaderboard. We're doing loot boxes. So essentially, the more other that you get and gather, you're going to have more chances to get loot boxes, which might have this ape in it, essentially. And this ape will be won during this promotion. Don't worry, this won't be like something where the chances are so low, nobody's going to win it. Like, end of the promotion, somebody will get it. We're also going to be giving away ape coin as well. So you'll be able to get some actual ape coin. We'll be giving away some in-game items, some berries, some things like that as well too. Overall prize pool will be over $10,000 US. So we're really excited about that. It's huge, right? Like we said, grand prize winner gets a mutant ape.
Yeah. And then someone else asked, where was it? So many good questions today. Okay, here. Will there be prizes for the top 10 beach event? Okay, so no, first of all, there will not be for the beach event, but I wanted to use this question to jump off of. There will be guaranteed prizes for the top players, but there's also going to be opportunities for people to hop in and play and not grind and still win this guy over here, because we're doing it kind of 2 different ways. There's these loot boxes that you're going to be able to win, but we also love to reward our grinders so that there will be a leaderboard as well. And those top players will also be rewarded.
What's cool about this promotion is someone joining the last day still has a chance. Probably not as good of a chance if you have a bunch of loot boxes in your inventory that you want to be opening, or like better and better loot boxes, but they still have a chance. And that's what we wanted to kind of experiment with as well too. Can we create like a system that kind of rewards both? Because the leaderboards are great, but sometimes the leaderboards we run into is if you didn't start playing from the very first day, you don't really feel like you have a chance, and then it's kind of like pointless to keep going. So we want to make sure that we didn't have that feeling in this time, so that people on the very last day still have a chance to like kind of participate.
Yeah, and it's like, obviously we want to grow the community, right? We want to grow our user base. Of course we do. It's better for everyone. And if someone is coming in on like the 3rd week of a promotion and they have no hope, why would they continue to play, right? So we want to make it like rewarding to our top users, but also rewarding to new players, right? It's that fine balance. And we're really excited about this. Someone asked, how much will a loot box cost? We cannot tell you at this time. You will
they'll be
find
priced
out.
in other, yeah, so they'll be priced in that currency you earn in this game. The only way to get the loot boxes are through this in-game play. The loot boxes, I don't think are going to be tradable. So yeah, basically you're only going to be like on your effort essentially. And that's also why we want to make sure that we don't sell the loot boxes in that in-game currency until after the event, because we want to do like a couple days of bot removal. So they remove anybody that's cheating. Basically, we want to make sure that the best players get these prizes. These are amazing prizes, right? And we want to make sure that we're giving them to real good users.
Okay, I think this person is talking about the Shoreline event that they played for 24 hours nonstop and left without a prize. The current event, you spend less time, but there will be prizes. So the Shoreline event was 24 hours. And if you did the math, if you grinded for 24 hours straight, you got rewarded because Shorelines were OP. You could get so much berry. I know people that got hundreds of thousands of berry from spending several hours grinding that event. So I do not agree with you that there were not prizes. There was also the Tiki. If you completed the quest, you got the Tiki. So that was your reward as well. So I don't fully agree with your comment. And this is a completely different event. The Shoreline event was 24 hours. It was really fun. It was like a summer event. This is different.
Mm-hmm. So the structure of the leaderboard that we're doing is we'll be giving out like an in-game item, like a special prize, like, you know, some of the stuff that we've done before with, you know, tastemakers or with other people. And that will be given to the top 1,000. So it won't, who knows? I'm not sure how competitive this will be. I think it might be actually relatively competitive, but you know, if we have rewards like that and a lot of people want them, then yeah, they'll be pretty nice. And yeah, we want to make sure that they're worth it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. People are talking about the tikis. Apparently they're extremely valuable. Well, I know that, but oh, nope, not that. You guys are talking too fast. I keep clicking the wrong comments. That's insane. And if any of you have been to Midnight's farm, that farm must be worth millions, if that's true. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me just stop sharing my screen here and we can hop back into questions.
Yeah, so this one was so only one reward post reward for top grinders. What about for normal gamers? No, so like rewards like the ape coin, all of that, like that'll be split up. There'll be prizes for a bunch of people. Yeah, we also want to make sure that it doesn't take you too long to open loot boxes. So we might make like different tiers of loot boxes, like a small, medium, large, and a large costs more, but like 10x is your odds, things like that. So yeah, don't worry, it won't make you it won't make you keep going.
This person, this is the point. So like you still have a chance with one loot box. Someone that bought 300 just have, you know, it's 300 more chances. It's like buying a ticket in like a 50-50 draw. Like you have an opportunity. Okay. Anyways. All right. Let's dive into some more questions here. Okay. Does the mini game open every day or 24 hours from the last time? That's a really good question. I believe it's 24 hours from the last time. I can verify that though. Luke, can you confirm that?
Yeah, I think it's every 24 hours. Yeah, we might want to make
it's 24 hours from the time you played, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we might want to make it 23 for that reason. But I think it's too late. 24 hours.
Okay. Other questions. Does energy transfer from pixels to OtherSpeck? No. And that's the other thing about OtherSpeck is that there is no natural regeneration of energy. So if you want to come back and play, you've got to go and click the energy boosting machine that I am conveniently forgetting the name of, or go and play Mushroom Match. Just waiting does not increase your energy.
And that means that if you have a lot of the farmland game loop, you can't grind in this. And that's what we mean by this game isn't grindy. Because yeah, if you are, food rich in pixels, doesn't get you anything in this one.
All loot boxes will have a prize, but some will be less exciting than others, right? Okay. Other questions here. I think we've been going hard on all these OtherSpeck questions. Keep asking them.
This is a great question. Do we know if Tractor Winner is enjoying his prize? I haven't followed up, but I am also now so curious.
That's true. I forget his name too, but yeah, if you're watching, let us know. DM us on Twitter. Would love to know how you're enjoying it. I know when we gave it to him, it was actually like the perfect person to receive this tractor because he lived on a big property in the US, pretty close to a Home Depot. So we were able to order it easily, and he was going to actually use it on his land. So it was great. It was just wonderful.
If I go and get prizes after this event, I will start learning English so that there will be an advantage in the future. That's pretty cute.
Okay.
Yeah, we do translate AMA, or there's at least transcriptions, correct?
Yeah. So if you wait probably like an hour or so after the AMAs, we have subtitles that are translated in around 15, 16 different languages. They're not going to be perfect. It's Google, it's YouTube Translate, but we do our best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, you won't be able to get loot boxes until after the event because we'll basically do a couple days of bot removal after the event. We want to be like very on top of it and proactive this time. And yeah, again, we have a pretty good idea at this time of what they look like. We can't tell you guys how, but we're catching most of them at this point. It takes us a few days. We'll put in that effort when we do it, and then after we call all the bots. I know we'll probably hear a bit of FUD after we do it because it's funny. If you hear FUD about getting banned, a lot of the times it's bots that make like a big scene or like these bot accounts and bot farmers. Just note that when we do that. We've been through this before. You start to be like, how did I get banned? I'm like, legit, I'm playing every day. It's probably a bot account that just like has nothing to lose. So they come into Discord and get really loud and scream. Yeah, contents of the box are technically determined at time of opening.
Okay, and then someone asked, are resources we find / earn in the game tradable with other players while you're in that realm? No, they're not. No trading. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted because someone took a screenshot of us and it was the most horrendous photo of me. But what was even funnier is when Tyler was showing everything, I didn't want to distract from it, but someone on Discord made a sticker of you when you were frozen like this, and it's hilarious. So scroll up in Discord and go look at that because I was like, I was trying not to laugh to distract. But anyway, okay. Let's see. Besides dedication, it will take a bit of luck to stay at the top of the leaderboard. So it's a bit of luck, but there is a bit of strategy here because if you have, 4 out of 5 resources that you need to craft something, you're going to make sure that you're going to the right land to get the final component of that recipe, right? So it's going to kind of develop over time. I would say you're going to start out luck and then end up being strategic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so for this one, what I do want to caution is I would say be careful on this. If you look like a bot, if you're having multiple accounts, then we might catch you in the bot detection. If you have multiple members of like a household playing the game, that's fine. Like I know a lot of you guys share IP addresses because of that. Like you guys maybe play on the same computer. That's okay. But yeah, if you guys are looking like bot activity, you will get caught is what I'll say. So don't look like a bot. And that means I will say, if you spin up 10 accounts, you're going to look like a bot and we'll probably ban you. So that's the warning there. If you have like a couple people playing at your household, you're going to be okay.
Okay. Someone had a good question. Oh, why are there so many different types of gens in OtherSpeck? What's the idea behind it? So there are 29 different types of environments. And so we wanted to kind of develop off of that and create a lot of different types of precious materials that you could, okay, so I want to be clear too. When I was saying precious materials, I was talking about the goods that you extract from the lands. And then you go to the OtherSpeck home base and you craft them into gems. So if we just made it like, there's like 3 different things you could extract from the different lands, there wouldn't be much gameplay here, right? There wouldn't be much strategy behind what you're crafting and what kinds of lands you're going to and all of that. So it kind of just like developed into this with tons of different types of gems and different precious materials that you can extract. So I hope that answers your question. But it's basically just the gameplay starting from the 29 different types of environments. All right. Okay, I think we can maybe hop into some questions that were slightly not OtherSpeck related. So we've got lots of questions about when pets, when carnival, when chapter 2, when pixel, the same questions we get on regular animes. So let's talk about it.
So with pets in the carnival, we have some fun stuff in the works. Still can't announce it. But yeah, we're making some changes as well, say, and we're really excited about it. And yeah, we're waiting for all of this to kind of settle before we do the carnival. So we're hoping like a month to a month and a half when we do the carnival. Have to like get the official timelines on that. Believe me, when we have that ready, you guys will know. There'll be a lot of marketing behind it. The carnival, like you're not gonna not hear about it. Like all of Web3 is gonna hear about the carnival. I'm pretty sure. We're gonna be doing a mint on chain with Carnival. These pets will be minted on chain, and yeah, we're super excited about that. And basically, chapter 2. This is kind of setting all the stones for chapter 2. Like what we're doing today kind of kicks off this next growth push, and then the carnival helps with that as well too. We want like 2 or 3 of these. So we have OtherSpeck, we have carnival, maybe something else in between chapter 2 as well. But like this is basically our approach to start to get to the next stages of launching Pixel, launching chapter 2. What I'm ideally aiming for is launching chapter 2 at the same time as Pixel. We introduce a few new game mechanics as well. We like mess up a bit of the core gameplay loop and throw in Pixel. So that's the hope. We're essentially walking you through this right now. Hopefully, like transparently, we're shooting for like November, December for the Pixel token release. At this point, it's just getting to like, yeah, let's just freaking ship it. But we want to basically do our due diligence and make sure that we go through all the stages of like getting as much traction, as much attention, and making all the right moves before this. So this has basically been like the game plan. Launch this, launch Carnival, maybe something else. And that should give us all the pieces that we need to launch the Pixel token and chapter 2 subsequently. So yeah, you're seeing it live in action, like what the game plan is here. We're really excited about this. We think this will draw like a good amount of attention, a decent amount of users, in addition to like improvements to the core gameplay loop, in addition to pets and carnival. We're going to start basically working on like chapter 2 changes this week, maybe starting next week internally. So we need like probably 2 to 3 months to get out some new stuff around that. We're basically gonna go into like specking and design and then basically turn entire focus to that. And then, yeah, get ready for Pixel token launch as well. So that's the game plan.
All right, let's look at some other questions we had here. What about Berry deposit gas fee?
Yeah, that one maybe we should get rid of on the Berry end. But for other tokens, I think it makes sense for us to keep that. Like, for example, when you deposit Pepe or ETH or Matic into the game, it might make sense to keep that. Essentially, it's just like paying for the gas fees, but paying for them in the token. But yeah, for Berry, it's better for us just to maybe take it away. But I will note that fee is just burned. So it's just a burn mechanism for Berry, but maybe that's not the right place to burn it.
Okay, this is a really good question, and give me a second because I'm going to read what our developer wrote, which might not be in perfect English. So give me a second, but how long will crops last after the update? Is it different for each crop? So if you're on Discord, you know already, crops no longer live forever. They will wither away as normal crops do. So the only ones that do not die are the 4-leaf clovers. Regular clovers will. You could keep all of your crops alive forever if you continue to water them, but it might be a little bit of a waste of energy, so you probably won't be doing that. So to answer your question, once again, give me 2 seconds here. Okay.
Yeah, the point of doing this too is thinking about like berry inflation and thinking about like crop inflation as well. This like really curbs that. This is good for the economics.
Okay, I'm finding it 1 sec. Basically, everything in the ripe stage here's poor English. Everything in the ripe stage will move to the dead stage if you wait long enough. The time it takes to go from the ripe to dead stage is equal to the time it takes to go from seed to ripe times 3. Okay? I will repeat that sentence. The time it takes to go from ripe to dead is equal to the time it takes to go from seed to ripe times 3. So a potberry takes 1 minute, I think, I don't remember, 1 minute to ripen. It will take 3 minutes to die. Cool.
Yeah, whoever makes the spreadsheets, just you got the formula. There you go. We're not going to make you time all that.
Wait, hold on. Rag said that's old info, and he's the person I got that information from. So wait, please tell me. Okay, wait. No, there's updated info. Okay, scratch that. Oh shoot. Okay, since we decided. Okay, I don't know. I'll feel like once I find out.
No, you guys have to time the crops. You guys have to figure this out. We're not telling you anything.
Okay. Okay, scratch what I said. None of that was correct. Damn it. We'll let you know when we have more information. Oh man. Okay. If you have any more questions, make sure you're throwing them in the live chat. We've got around 8 minutes left. Oh, by the way, we will be hopping on just a live stream with you guys later to like hang out, have some fun once the game is live. So we'll see you again soon. But let's continue to answer some questions. Are there any specific ones you wanted to? We don't have a lot, so okay, hold on. Rag is saying after ripe, you have 24 hours to harvest or water again. That makes more sense. Okay. We think. Oh, sorry. Chaos over here. Okay, I believe this is correct. And I'm sorry if it's not. We will figure this out. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. All right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. We're not getting so many more questions anymore. I guess, yeah, the only thing now is just wait till we release.
Yeah, so soon, guys. So
yeah, and I think we
hit that refresh button.
Yeah, we will be on a live stream, just like chilling with you guys, I think, when we release.
Yeah, once it's up, we'll hop on another live stream. We'll probably just post in Discord when we're live. Come hang out with us, and it should be good. I'm really excited.
Yeah. We can't give you an exact time because this is a much bigger release and update than we did before. We have to copy like a ton of data from the database, 100,000 database items at least.
100,000 maps, guys. There are 100,000 maps. That's why earlier when Tyler miraculously went to the same one twice, that was insane because the chances of doing that are 1 in 100,000. So, yeah, okay. Cool. I guess we can stop here and we will see you guys again soon.
Thanks so much, guys. Super fun AMA.
Absolutely. Okay. Bye.